Hey y'all, how are y'all? It's Shelby and we're in the VIP and we are gonna make a St. Patrick's Day wreath. We are starting out with a 24-inch evergreen base. This one I got from Sims. There seems to be the only one that have any right now. Now, I'm not a particularly big fan of the flat rings. See how it's not raised? It's not, it doesn't have two. Oh my gosh, I went totally blank. It just doesn't have the raised ring, it's flat. So I'm not a huge fan of them, but they're very inexpensive. It works about the same. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So let's fluff this bad boy out so we can get started. Now we are gonna take some 21-inch dark green mesh and make some poofs. And so what we do is we fold the end over, we roll it in, and then we gather it up. This prevents fraying and helps it roll in itself when you work your way around the wreath. So we're going to make about some 10-inch poofs and just work our way around the center of this wreath, just like we always do. No real rhyme or reason here, we're just working our way around. Just using our pine ties to twist it in. Now, Smokey, why do you have my curls? Y'all, if y'all could see this little dog. He weighs all of 3 pounds, and he pulls out more stuff than my 6-year-old. Good gracious. Hi, babe. Oh gosh, he's so goofy. He is so goofy. All right, let's do one more. And we're going to come to the center with it so we can cover it up. Let's cut this off. And just tuck it right up under that poof. Just like that. Not just like that. Hello. There it is. Okay. Now, just like that. All right, let's get this 21-inch out of our way. And let's work on some curls. Now, I thought I had some black mesh. Apparently, I do not. I don't know why I didn't grab any Hobby Lobby when I was there this morning. So, I'm going to take this fabric mesh that we have for our bee kits, and I'm just going to see how I like it. Just because I'm adding this pop of black and white to break up all that green. I think it's going to look fine. I just want to make sure. I'm not trying to really add some farmhouse vibes to this, you know. I want to keep it St. Patrick's Day with the other black and whites. I do think that looks fine, so we're going to do that. Okay, so let's cut a few curls of this black and white. And I'm not measuring, I'm just pulling out to arm's length, but it does come out to be about 22 inches. We're going to cut 5 of those. And we're going to cut some of our lime green 10-inch deco mesh. This came from Ellis Home and Garden, but you can get some from Deco Exchange, the Wreath Shop, Craft Outlet, all the good places. And so since we did the poofs in the dark green, we're going to come in with this lime green to break it up. When I think of St. Patrick's Day, I think of both of the greens, not really one in particular. I like them both to go together. And so we're just going to work around the edge, just twisting those in. Now I think I'm going to throw in some white. I just don't want too much of that black and white plaid. I'm not cutting up too much because I don't want a bunch of leftover. We can always cut more. We're just going to work our way around the edge of our design, and then we'll come back and fill in some in the middle. Just alternate our colors. Okay, I'm back to black and white, but I'm going to throw a green in instead. Okay, now let's work our way into the center. And just work our way around, alternating the colors where the others are not. Really just making sure to add plenty of this lime green instead of the other colors. Those are just accent colors to break up the green, but it is St. Patrick's Day, so we want a lot of that green in there. Okay, let's see where we're at. I feel like I want another green right here. It's a weird spot, but it's just what my eye is doing. When it comes to putting on your mesh, you guys, you don't have to have a rhyme or reason. Just whatever your eye's doing. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to squish it together a little bit. And then we can look at it some more. And so see when I did that, now this is empty here. This is empty up here. The shape of your project can totally transform the way you do things. We don't want this big empty hole up here behind this poop, so I'm just putting another green. So there is a lot of these greens together. That's totally okay. We're doing a St. Patrick's Day design. That's totally fine. Okay, so now we have our oval. And I have one more black and white cut up, so I am going to put it over here. I'm just going to carry it over right across from the other one. Okay, so now we have our nice fun base made, right? So now let's put in our main component, which is our shamrocks. These are the flock shamrocks that I got. These are 180 degree brand. Now, I'm not using both of them in this design. You could, but these are expensive. And so if you use both of them in this design, it's going to be a very expensive design. So I'm not doing it. Now, whatever shamrock I use, I do need it to stand out. So I'm thinking of using this one because that one blends in. I do like this color though. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go green. I have to. It's too pretty not to. This would look absolutely gorgeous with both of these in it, wouldn't it? So cute, but I'm not doing it because my customer won't pay for it and I'm not doing it for myself. So I'm not doing it. So we're putting this one right in the center or right here. Let's see, where do I want my bow to go? I think we're going to do a big bow here. Or we could do a big bow here. I can't decide. Let's see. Okay, let's get out our ribbons. We're going to do our bow first. Since I can't decide, I'm absolutely doing my bow first. And then I can go from there. So we're going to use this 4-inch glitter harlequin. This is not designer ribbon. This is just really great ribbon that came from the wreath shop. We are going to use this designer ribbon, this 2.5-inch Ferris silk. That is one of my all-time favorites. And then we're using 2 inexpensive ribbons that came from Hobby Lobby. Because I didn't have any St. Patrick's Day ribbon on hand, I wanted to use this inexpensive ribbon. And then we're going to use our black button, of course. So let's get our big bow made. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting it together just as a dry run to kind of see how I want to do this. See, I'm thinking that we could go up top here and trail it down the side and do the shamrock over here. Or we could go here, trail it down this way, shamrock here, and more trails. And I think that's how we're going to do it. This is going to be our shamrock and a lot of ribbon. So I'm going to leave it tied like this, just in my hand, and then start coming on top with my other ribbons. I'm going to throw this Ferris silk in here. Get a good twist. Another good twist. So you can use very inexpensive ribbon with your expensive ribbon to make your bow look expensive. Now I'm not cutting the tails on either one of those because I'm going to trail those down the side, both of them. Now I'm going to come on top with this 2.5-inch shamrock. And it has the gold in it. So it's like ombre shamrocks. I thought were really pretty. Now it's a little harder to work with because it is more flimsy because it's inexpensive. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop it off. Now I'm going to come back on top with this other 5/8 ribbon that is super cute. If I can get the plastic off of it. There we go. You know what? I take that back. This is not wired, I don't think. Not really. So let's see. It's not going to make a very pretty bow. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a tail. And we're going to make another tail. And we're going to cut it off. And then we're going to get our button and lay it down here. Make a button and cut it off. All right, let's grab a pipe cleaner. I'm going to grab a green one. And now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring you guys up to the stand so y'all can see a little bit better. Hi, roller coaster ride. Move my light. There we go. All right. Now let's get our bow attached. So we're going to come right up here to the top. Now I'm trying to think if I want these loops inside this way. No. Okay. Changed my mind. All right, we're going to come right up here to the top. We're going to come in. And secure it to the base. To that inside wire. To the inside frame, not the outside. What did you do? Smokey. Smokey. Where are you? Where are you, silly dog? Oh. Oh my gosh. He has pulled out a piece of garland and made it into a bed, and he probably poked himself. Goofy dog. Dog is so silly. I love this Ferris silk ribbon. Y'all see how stiff that is? Ugh. Just makes bows so beautiful. Okay, now let's get these trailed down so we can chop them off. So we're just going to run our hand gently underneath it and just make a little loop. See about where we want them. And I'm going to gather them up individually so they don't take away from one another. We're going to come to the outside here, find some pine ties, and twist it around. Let's go ahead and give these a good dovetail. We'll go all the way around. So you don't always have to make everything into a bow. So if you have some ribbon, especially if you're running low on a ribbon you really wanted to use, just run a tail in there. We're going to cut these top ones short, especially because they're going to be a little floppier. So we don't want them flopping over. Now, because we have these ribbons like this that are floppy and cheap, we are going to put a dot of glue and glue it down. Just a little dot, we're going to glue it down. I'm going to take my little tail and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go right on top because I want it to look more natural. That did not stay. Glue down. I'm not trying to put too much glue because I don't want it to just shine through. I'm just going to glue it right on top of that one though. That way they all stand together. Oh, I forgot to cut the other one. Oh, I love that gold ribbon. Love, love, love. That fair silk. They sure have gotten stuff figured out. Alright, so there's our big, beautiful bow. Isn't it gorgeous? So now it's taking up the majority of our wreath, which is what we like. Let's cut the tag off of this shamrock. Now, like I said, guys, this came from 180. So you have to obviously have a business license to buy from them. You know what? I'm going to glue that to that ribbon too because it doesn't have a wire. Because if not, it's just going to get in the way constantly. Okay. Let's come back in here with our shamrock. We're going to go right in the middle, just like that. Let's see how we want to attach it. Where's my floral pins? Oh, they dumped out. Perfect. All right, I'm taking my floral pins. This is just styrofoam, so I'm jabbing them in. And I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners, just like this. And I'm going to run them through, just like that. Push that down, and then I'm going to glob some glue on top of it. We're going to let it dry for just a minute. Okay, while that's drying, let's add some more ribbon. So we know what we're looking at, where that's going to go. So we're going to waterfall some ribbon down this side. And we're going to use the same ribbons that we already used. We're going to use these 2 together. And we're just going to, because they're 2 different ones, you need to gather them separately. It's just easier. We're going to come right over here, grab some pine ties, twist them in, and then we're going to run it down the side. Just a little loop. We're not trying to come all the way down and do some matchy-matchy there. We're not trying to do that. We just want a nice little loop. Like so. We're going to leave these tails a little bit long. That fair silk ribbon just pops right off of that wreath, doesn't it? That looks a little wonky right now because we don't have everything put into it. We don't usually have our ribbons waterfalling already without our focal point. Dovetail those. Okay, where else do we want some ribbon? So we are going to come up and we are going to take this St. Patrick's Day ribbon, okay? And we're going to take this other one that's flimsy and we're going to put it on top. We're just going to run it around the top like it's one ribbon. We're going to make a tail and we're going to make a loop. Okay, just like that. We're going to gather it up, twist it around the back. We want 2 different lengths, so I'm going to cut it long. We're going to bring this to the top. Find 2 other pine ties. Twist them in. And so it's just a baby bow going on up there. This will flow down the side. And we're going to bring this to the back like that. Now let's dovetail it. Now it's a little bit longer than what I want. Let's do it again. Go a little bit shorter. Let's put our dot of glue. Just so it stays nicely. You don't have to do this, but that's what I want to do. Just like that. Now I am going to run one more tail off the bottom, just like this. I'm going to come in here, grab some ties, just to finish elongating this piece. We're going to keep these 2 short. We're going to trail these down. Perfect. So pretty. Okay, I think this is dry enough to work with. So now we can get it put in so we can start working around it. It's gonna go right there in the center. Love, love, love. Because see, we put that green in. It's pretty. It stands out more for sure. Guys, I am dying on the inside because I cannot decide. I think we're gonna use this one. I know we just let that one dry for forever. I'm sorry, but I changed my mind. Now let's see which side's prettier. I want to go in this way. That other green just blends in too much, so I'm going to use it on a different design. All right, I'm not going to put as much glue, and then I'll put more glue on it in a minute. That way we're not waiting on it. Let's see if I can work this in without burning myself. I can just get it through this mesh. So close. Perfect. Got it. And now I can come back and tighten that up when we're done. Now we have that right in the center. And what this does with this color, it truly brings out, it really pops off of here, and it's bringing out these specks of gold. So now the gold is really popping off a lot more. A lot more. Okay, so let's finish running our ribbon. I'm just gonna run some tails of this St. Patrick's Day ribbon. I'm coming to the inside a little bit more on some of these, just because. Instead of keeping it really uniform on that outer edge, I'm going to work some in and out. Now you can just go ahead and fold this in half and dovetail the ends when you cut the tail. I'm going to come right in this loop back here and place one. And this is only a 6-yard roll from Hobby Lobby, and it was only $5.99. Obviously, their St. Patrick's Day stuff is not on sale yet, neither is their Easter stuff. I wish they would hurry up because there's so much cute stuff that I want. I was like, seriously? Why is this not on sale? I just cannot make myself pay full price when I know it's about to be 40% off. Oh, I cut that way too long. I was not paying attention. Just snipping away. Cut some more length off of that. Now you can get some different colored ribbons and things like that, but she really was like, I want you to shamrock this up. So I was like, okay, I can shamrock it up for sure. For sure. Okay, we're done with our ribbon. And we already have a super full wreath. So now let's play around with some fun stuff. With some florals and some picks. So I have this black flocked piece. I got this off of Etsy. I want to say from Holiday Baubles. It's a Liberty floral pick. And they have it in pink also, which I love. It's super pretty. But I saw this black and I knew I wanted it. And so I'm just chopping a few of it up. It has several little pieces on it. It cuts up like that. And so it's kind of weird, but I think it's so pretty. And so I really want some of this black to pop off of here. So I'm just going to dip it in my pot and start working some of it around. Now it is a little funky because they don't cover the back of it. So it looks like a chicken foot. So you gotta be sure it's facing the right way when you put it in here. That's what it reminds me of, is a stinking chicken foot. But I like it because it's something different too. You don't see a lot of these picks. Really great for Halloween. Come right down in the bottom, just like that. And so that's just some little black accents of something different I thought would be cool to throw in here. Now I brought in this piece, but I think I got away from the look that I was thinking of going with this piece. But this is like a long I don't know if this is maidenhair or not. Oh, it is maidenhair. Yeah, 33-inch maidenhair. This would look great in a grapevine. I had thought about bringing it in and hanging some of it down. I do like the maidenhair look for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these and see if we can chop it up into some picks. Let's see. We'll go 2 down. Let's see, 2. That's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's do two little layers. So let's see, we have 1, and then we have 2. Now I'm just gonna cut it off right there and just make a little pick. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks out of one of the 3 long pieces. So you get 15 little picks off of it if you do it that way. And I don't remember how much it was or where it came from, unfortunately. But I definitely know I want to work some greenery in here. I like maidenhair. It's super cute. It's really pretty, and it reminds me of St. Patrick's Day because the little leaves on it almost look like clovers. I like it because it's a hanging piece also. I'm going to work some into the inside, spread it out. Come right to the inside here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can work it up to the top. So we really, for the most part, worked the inside of this wreath with the greenery. We didn't really go to the outside. Okay, let's grab 2 of our shamrocks. How cute are these? These came from the wreath shop. I'm going to split them into 2. And so we have this one, and then we have this one. And cut it down just a little bit. And let's see where we want to go with these. I'm going to try this right here for just a second. That would be really cute to do, to run it on either side of the shamrock without covering it up. This one does cover up the bow a little bit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take away from this shamrock, but these are really cute. I can get them to stay for just a second so I can look at it. That's really cute. I really like that. And y'all know what I say. If you really like it, you gotta commit. So I'm gonna trim this down. And I'm gonna see if I can get it to stick into the crease of this shamrock. Just like that. And now I know it won't go anywhere. Then we're going to come behind. We're going to squeeze some glue in there, but enough to go behind it so you can't really see it. And now this piece, because I want it to stand up, actually I'm going to take these off too because I don't want them to look too different. But because I want it to stand up, I'm bending it back like a hook. And then I'm just going to stick it into that greenery right there. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue and just glue it to that shamrock. We'll hold it for just a second and let it dry. Guys, a wreath is nothing but trial and error. When you go to make something, you have a vision in your mind of how you want it to turn out, but you still have to play around with it, because once you start, you know, working with it, it's not always going to go to plan. It is not wanting to stick though. And this did not catch anything but the mesh. So let's fold this back a little bit more. Grab some greenery. Twist it around it. And now we can grab some glue. Like so. And then we're going to pray that that holds. Okay, it's in the greenery now for sure. I'm going to twist this other one around it too, without burning myself. There we go. Now it shouldn't go anywhere. But I did want it to stick to this. I don't know why it won't. I guess because it's fuzzy. I guess so. Oh well, we have it in that greenery, so we're going to check on it in just a little bit. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Alright, let's grab our gold honey locust leaves. I also got these from Craft Outlet, and we're going to trim a couple of them off. And throw them in here. Toss them in just for some more gold accents, because obviously St. Patrick's Day, pot of gold, all the things. We're just sprinkling these throughout. Let's bring one right down in here. And we'll come right up under here. Now, the good thing about this fabric mesh is that you can glue to it. It does adhere to that. Now, let's see if we can't work this one to the inside. There we go. I didn't want it to block, but I wanted it sprinkled in there. Now I also have a little bit of this eucalyptus. That's a darker green. And we're going to throw some bits of it in there as a filler. And it just came from Hobby Lobby. We'll just work it in. And we're just using it to fill in some of those holes. Just little accent pieces. They're not really seen, but it is a good filler. It does really fill in those blank spaces. I'm doing a tutorial.
Okay. Never mind. I just called Brandy.
Okay. The guys are back from work, and so they're preparing for the winter storm. We're going to come right into this little crevice here, like that. We have one more piece. Right up here. Just like that. Let's grab our pots of gold. These came from Hobby Lobby also. How cute are those? Adorable little pots of gold. Now one I'm pulling the stick out of, so it's like an ornament. I'm going to put it right there. It's going to cover up that ugliness, and it's just going to be adorable. I'm just going to dip that in my glue. Dip that in my glue pot. We're going to stick it right there. Hold it for just a second so it can stick. Oops. I do not know what my dog is going crazy over. Alright, where do we want? Uh-oh. Some of the gold flaking is coming off of this one. Let's trim this one down just a little bit. Dip it. Come right up to the top. Just like that. Now this third one has some gold coming off of it, unfortunately. But that's okay. Thankfully it's on the back. So we can find somewhere to work it in and it not be too obvious. Man, this one is just falling apart. Hobby Lobby and I are gonna have a talk. I gotta glue the gold back down. Now we're going to put some glue on the back of it. And there's a piece of pine right here. And that's where I'm sticking it. It covers up that gold that was coming off. And now we have 1, 2, 3 working in that pattern. You can barely see them. Just the little details. Always the little details. We did have our bead grass. I don't think we're going to throw any of that in there. I think we're good without it. Now the last thing we do have are our Harlequin curls. We obviously have to throw some of those. Smokey, you want to say hi? Come here, Smokes. Come here. Look. Look at the baby. He's getting so big. Look at him. He's getting so big. He's so chunky. He loves to eat. All right, so we're just going to come right in the top with that one. We're going to grab another one. We're going to come right around the bottom area. Bottom-ish. Hey, what are you chewing on? No, that's yucky. That's bad for you. Yuck. You don't have to eat all the things. I told y'all he was chunky. Now, some of these have a seam on them, so make sure when you're putting them in, the seam is facing the proper direction. Let's see. Let's work one right in here. I want it in this area. I'm gonna work it in and then just bend it to where I want it. And curl it in more or less. Move that gold around. Yeah, just like that. And then we're gonna go one up top. Let's see. Okay. One up top. One up top. Lefty-lefty-top. There we go. Now let's see where we're at. I think it looks pretty good with those 4. You could place a 5th one, but those are really too close together. I'm not a fan. So we're gonna leave it out. Let's see, anything else? Any other goodies we want to add? I don't think so. I think that is it. I think we are done. This is a huge wreath. It's a very big, pretty piece. Look at that. It's so whimsical. I love it. Love it. Now I'm gonna go take a picture of it while it's still light outside. I will see you guys later. Bye.